Welcome to the personal growth series, which we're doing through the holidays, lessons from the days of the week, and today we focus on Thursday. So in the 6 days of creation, Thursday was the day that God created fish and birds. And because of that, the Talmud says, when the Talmud discusses the character traits that people have when they are born on particular days of the week, as we've been discussing, Talmud says that someone who is born on a Thursday will be a goimel chesed. He will be someone who's kind and generous to others. The reason for that, says the Talmud, is because on that day the fish and the birds were created. And as Rashi and the commentaries explain, that fish and birds do not engage that much in finding food, meaning they don't go out there, they're not predators, there's not a lot of effort they put into getting food. But they rely completely on the kindness of God, that they find food that is provided there and put there by God Himself. And this is connected to the concept of kindness, but also a lesson in what it means to be kind. Often, kindness comes with an agenda. Kindness comes even in a very nuanced and subtle way, where we do something for someone else, hoping to get something in return, hoping for that person to respect us, for that person to help us, for that person ought to have a good name, even if we're giving to people that we don't know. So, although kindness is always a good thing, and it's always better to help than not to help, but it's not the ultimate of kindness. The kindness that the Talmud is talking about that comes with the day of Thursday is kindness to someone who's undeserving, someone who's not able to help you back, someone who's not able to deserve necessarily what you're going to give them. They haven't done anything for it, and yet you're just kind. Of course, as people, we have to make sure that we do work and we are not needy. But when we see someone that is in need on whatever level, financially, emotionally, needs a skill, whatever the case might be, kindness means we do it for the sake of being kind, for the sake of giving, because giving is the foundation of existence. That is one lesson from Thursday. Another lesson I wanted to share with you is the concept of, this is the day that birds and fish were created. Birds and fish both represent something very important in our life experience. And that is, a fish's life force comes by being immersed in the water. Water, we know, is a symbol in our sources of spirituality, of wisdom. And we always have to learn from the fish. One of the ways we live a life of values, one of the ways we live a life of meaning, is the immersion in understanding, in moral clarity, in Jewish wisdom, in learning, in studying. That has always been the basis and the reason for our survival. That's something we learn from the fish. When the great Rabbi Akiva lived under a decree that Jews should not study, and he was asked how come he's doing that, maybe he can take a break from his studying to stay safe. And he said, for me, studying is like a fish in water who's totally dependent on the water. If you take the fish out of water, the fish will no longer survive. That's the lesson from the fish. Birds have a different lesson. Birds fly. And in our life, if we want to grow, we have to aspire to greatness. We have to aspire to things which are beyond ourselves. We cannot lock ourselves into things that we're comfortable with, or things that we're used to, or things that we have a habit to do. But growth means flying higher than what we used to. Flying higher and being more infinite, and tapping into the soul that we have, which brings with it real opportunity and potential to grow beyond ourselves and to free ourselves sometimes from ourselves. That is a lesson from fish and a lesson from the birds. Those are some lessons from the Thursday and what was created on the Thursday. Have a wonderful day.